Okay, we're on the introduction drawings. We're going to draw the pear in this one. It's an extrude. And just to go over some basics here, before you start drawing a new drawing, you always want to set your working directory. So you're going to click on the computer that you're at. It's right over here. It's called CMW, and then it's going to have some number after it. And we're going to find your H drive and double click it. And you should make a Creo folder for the class. Double click that. And then you should have a folder to organize all your work. And these set of 6 are called the extrude drawings. So we're going to right click extrudes and go to set working directory. And that means that every time I start a new drawing then today, it's going to save to that extrudes folder when I click save. So now we'll go new, and this is actually going to be the pear, and we'll just put pear test, just so I make sure I have a new name. If you name something the same thing you named it on a previous effort in making the drawing, it will not let you have that drawing name. It also will not let you have a space in the name or like strange characters like dollar signs, and I don't believe that will work either. So we usually go pear underscore and then the next word. So make sure you're drawing a part and then click OK. And we're going to go ahead and draw an extrude. So you're going to use the extrude tools and click extrude. And if you don't know what drawing plane to select, I would just pick front. So click front, and then always click sketch view, which is going to orient you to the view you clicked on, which is front. Okay? Don't manually come up here and select front, because it's very possible that you didn't click front and you thought you did, and this is going to orient you looking at the wrong side of your drawing. So just always go sketch view. Now in the pear shape, there's really 2 circles and 2 lines. So we're going to draw a circle here, and then we're going to draw a circle here, and this one's going to be smaller. If you pull these to the same size, it's going to try to lock these together, making a constraint where the circles have an equal radius. So we don't want that, so we're going to make this smaller. And then we're going to go ahead and use a special line called a tangent line. If you use a line chain, you'll be totally guessing where on the circle to connect to. And we don't have the ability to do that. But there's a mathematical equation that's used that the computer calculates. You know, if I click on the circle here and bring it near this circle, you know, where it needs to touch or be tangent on the outside of that circle. So we're going to bring it down near the circle where we think it's supposed to go, and go ahead and click, and you see it says T and T, or tangent, tangent. And we're going to do the other side, and then bring this line down and click tangent, tangent. Okay, so now you can go ahead and change these dimensions. So let's go over some basic dimensioning. Go to your dimension tool up here where it says normal. Click on that, and the plan calls for a diameter of 100. Now you could just change the 73.22 to 100, and this is called a weak dimension. This is the size that you happen to draw it at. But I'm going to go ahead and add a dimension just so you know how to do this. We're going to double click the circle and middle click outside of it to add diameter dimension. If I wanted a radius dimension, I would single click the circle and then middle click outside of it. So 1 click for radius, 2 clicks for diameter, and then we'll change this to 100. Enter. Now it looks a little strange, but that's okay. So we'll keep drawing here. We're going to add a dimension at the bottom. It calls for a diameter of 200, so we're going to double click, middle click, and make it 200. And then if you notice, the last dimension is 150 from center point to center point. And so we'll add a dimension. We'll say from center of circle, click, to center of circle, click. I'll wait till that highlights there. Okay. Middle click, and this number needs to be 150. Enter. And now it's looking better. Now you just got to clean it up, because we don't want 1, 2, 3, 4 closed objects. It will not extrude it like this. You need 1 closed object. So we're going to go ahead and click on delete segment, which is basically like a trimming tool. And then you can start kind of swiping over some of this stuff and trim out these lines that you don't want. And you see you got it like that. Now, if you try to green check mark and it still won't let you make a 3-dimensional model out of this, it could be, if you zoom in, that you have a little piece of a line left. So you just can only have 1 closed object here. So there's the pear, and then we're going to go ahead and accept that 2-dimensional drawing. And there's the pear, there's the thickness. You can make this whatever thickness you want. Okay, that's up to you. So I'm just going to make it 100. As long as the drawing's correct, the thickness can be whatever, and then accept that. and then there's the pear shape. Oh, last thing, don't forget to save it. Since you're just starting these drawings, it's very important that you click File, Save Now, and notice where it's going to save. It's going to save to my H drive, the Creo folder, Extrudes folder, where I set my working directory, and it's going to be called Pear_test.prt. PRT means it's a part file. That's how you want everything saved. So if you ever notice it's not a PRT file, other than doing an assembly, you've got a problem. If it says SEC file, you're doing something wrong. You haven't made your drawing 3D yet. We need to make these drawings 3D and then save them. Don't save them when they're two-dimensional. It'll just give you trouble. So click OK now, and now it's saved. Well, how do I really know it's saved? Well, you can check. You can say, alright, let's go File, Open, and let's go back to that folder. Okay, so let's go Computer, H drive, Creo, Extrudes, and I'm looking for Pear_test. There it is. So it did save, and it is a part PRT file. Okay, so you're good, and that's the end of the Pear tutorial.